for Industrial Renewal has gone on the attack, rather. That's after that by-election we were just reporting about.
Yeah, this is absolutely, as you say, sort of a direct response to that narrow loss by the National Front in that by-election. Now, Montebourg says who is to blame for this? Well, he says it's the European Commission, particularly its President, Emmanuel Barroso, who he says the repeated calls for social and labour reforms has allowed the National Front to sort of get this edge into mainstream politics. Let's take a listen.
The front is mainly linked to the way in which the EU today puts heavy pressure on democratically elected governments. And that's why people are up in arms about it.
So Barroso's making the National Front more popular?
Mr. Barroso is the fuel of the National Front. That's the truth.
Yeah, let's go to China now. The central bank has stood by its hands-off approach to controlling the economy.
Absolutely, and they've actually said it's up to the country's major commercial lenders to really take a lead in stabilising markets. Now, this is after China's interbank lending rate hit record highs, 30% last week. Now, this was over fears of a credit crunch. They worried there just wouldn't be enough money to finance major projects and equities. But the central bank says that liquidity isn't a problem, and it's sort of told everyone to sort of calm down a little bit. Have markets really responded to that? Well, no. Just take a look at the Shanghai Composite, down over 5% this morning. Lots of fears there that there could be indeed more of a credit crunch and the impact that could have on the equities market. Let's take a look at the European markets now to see how they've opened. Now, the FTSE was chasing some gains this morning. However, you see it sort of slipped back beneath the 0% line. They're all in the red so far. OK, well, let's take a look at some companies' news now. The world's second largest mobile phone operator, Vodafone, is a step closer to a takeover of the German cable company Cable Deutschland. The UK company's first bid was rejected, but a revised cash offer of more than €7.7 billion is expected to seal the deal. Vodafone is hoping it'll be able to offer its German customers a wider range of services all in one bundle.
There have been further problems for Boeing's Dreamliner. A flight from Houston in the States on Sunday was forced to turn back to its departure airport after a problem with the plane's brake indication system. It's the latest in a long run of problems for Boeing's Dreamliner. The whole fleet was grounded earlier this year after problems with its battery systems.
And coffee maker Starbucks has paid its first UK tax bill in 5 years. The £5 million payment follows pressure from politicians for the firm to face up to its tax obligations. A company spokesperson said Starbucks would pay another $5 million in tax later this year.
Now, for investors, it's become the land of opportunity. Sub-Saharan Africa has been attracting global companies for the past couple of years. Now Nigeria is also attracting small startups, especially when it comes to online retail. Will Hildebrand has more.
Nigeria is one of the most populous countries in the world, has had years of soaring economic growth, and yet online shopping hasn't taken off. But a boom could be on the horizon. Online retailer Jumia is celebrating its one-year anniversary, from beginning with just 3 employees to more than 500 today, and the company just raised $35 million to move into a 90,000 square foot warehouse in Lagos.
I doubt there are many markets in the world with 160 million people, growing middle class, and nothing in terms of organized retail. And so for us, that's the vision that Jumia has, to help build organized retail here in the largest country in Africa.
Fears of fraud have long thwarted both consumers and companies from doing e-commerce in the country. Rolling Stone magazine's website blocks Nigerian users, and Apple rejects Nigerian-issued credit cards. Jumia had to find a way to instill trust.
We still need to introduce online shopping to Nigerians, and the only way to do it is having people meet them in person.
Jumia has become Nigeria's top online retailer, partly thanks to a pay-on-delivery option.
You're not sure whether to use your card and your details online to share your information, but it's always easier when you can see the person, you can see your item, and you can pay for it straight away.
Just as mobile banking brought services to those who might have otherwise not had access, companies like Jumia are adding a twist to online shopping by making it face-to-face and bringing it to the people.
And if that has sparked your interest for some online shopping, Katerina has something else to interest you, don't you?
Yes, I do. Now, this is on the royal shop online, the Highgrove shop, and ahead of the expected arrival of the royal baby of Prince William and Kate in a few weeks' time, look at just all the things you can buy for your baby. It's so sweet. You can dress him up like a soldier. You can dress them in little booties to make sure that your offspring has all the latest royal fashion.
Can you get a crown?
Probably, but you can also get them a mug, of course, the most important of royal memorabilia.
Excellent. All right, Katerina, thank you very much. Katerina Vitozzi. She's going online now.